I found this cool website while browsing, which is if I go down, I saw like these cool effects. There are lots of them. And one of the effect which I decided to try was, let me go down. I hate when they do not add. This is from my previous video, so let's just delete that. I was recording this, I did record like 4 videos and my throat is a bit dry right now. So I would be speaking a bit slower, okay? Okay, I'm back. I had to feed my cat. He was being on the screen. He was screaming, I mean. So this effect is something that I decided to try and I haven't touched it at all. I decided to do in real time so that you could see the thought process and all. I've already created like a real time video before and I decided to do it for this one. It looks pretty simple, but there is also like lots of stuff happening. Another thing, I actually have like a Facebook page which you could check out, or if you want to have some issues from my templates, because I sell like templates free, lots of free ones, lots of paid ones, so you could check it out. And I also have like lots of blog features, so like code stuff. So like for example, this one I don't have as a template, but this one actually teaches like how to do more stuff like this, so like this stuff. So you could check that out, but let's just try it out once. And I'm going to take it a bit slow, and this is going to be without any practice and also it might not be as fast as a video as I've done in the previous ones. So let's simply just add a container, black color one, like this. And each of these are a container, but I can actually do it with heading too. Heading one thing, I think so. So let's try with container first, and then we can do with heading. So I'll just add the heading inside this container. Let's make it in center first. Let's give it so all of it has a border. So let's try with solid 1 pixel white. Let's do like 20, 30. We can actually give it like a height if we want, but I'll keep it simple. Make it center aligned. Make this text a bit white, not bit white, like fully white. And let's just call it like, I'll just call it DMmotionarts, why not? So let's do like 40. Okay. Border is 1 pixel, so this is how it looks. So when we hover on it, it actually makes the text go right, and it also changes it to black. That's not going to take much time, but let's try the inside one. That's, I think, the main one. So I don't think we can simply do it with just adding extra container. That would increase the code, maybe. Yep, that would increase like the DOM size. So I can, if you have Elementor Pro, you could try it with just click on any container and then just click on any container and add it in custom CSS, but I'm just going to use the HTML widget method. So I'm just going to type style. Let's give it a container name of as like DM reveal. And in this one, I'll type .dm reveal. I do not want it to be doing on, or I do not want to change stuff around here. I want to actually do it on the before and after pseudo class. So by default, Elementor adds like this before pseudo class, so we cannot use it on containers. It uses that before pseudo class to add this like background overlay and images. So if you try to use before, it would not work. So I know it does not use after, so let's just use after. In after, we need to use content. I'm just going to type like something to so that it's visible. Let's do like background red. Height should be 100%. Width should be 100%. because we are going to use position absolute, so we need to give height because we want it to be like on top of our container or below our container. So let's give position absolute. Let's do left 0 because we are using position absolute. We need to give like left and like two values at least. Left 0, top 0 is enough, so that's enough. I will just make the red text go away. So I can use clip path method, or I could just scale it down, right? But scaling it down would not be possible if it's done from center. Maybe let's try it. Why not? Transform scale 0. Let's add a transition of for or just add transition for everything. Why not? If I do scale Y, let's see. Okay, we can just use scale. It just works. In case, I think if I even do like transform origin, it might just do like left center. Let's see if it does something cool or not. Transform origin, is it not left center? So let me check the transform origin stuff. So it is top left, okay, not center. Wait, that is center is correct. So if I do center left, it should be around here. Can I not type left first? I'm pretty much sure I can type left first. It doesn't really matter. But the scale is happening from like that side, or always in the from the center. Oh, it's because I'm using scale Y. Let's try with scale X. Yep, so we can also do like this effect if we want. If we do not do like scale X and Y, it would do like this weird stuff. But for this one, we will be using our basic one, so we do not need to use transform origin. Then when we hover on this one, which is our DM reveal, I want to like do some stuff to this one. So let's do DM reveal on hover. I want to do something to the after. I think we can simply just type like after and hover. I don't remember quite. Let's see. Let's copy this much. That's not working. How does that work? I don't remember. Do we have, no, we do not do after. Do I do like this? Dot DM reveal dot. Nope, I don't remember how to do like hover on reveal this one. It could be because of the index maybe, or maybe not. Let's just try it. I'm going to just go in ChatGPT to see. I don't quite remember. So let's do after and then over. Let's see if that is correct. Okay, so we actually add hover first. My bad. And it works perfectly. So we did get this effect. If we go to like cubicbezier.com, we can actually just use some like different transition if we want. But I don't know how to use it. I've never used like cubic bezier. So like, okay, let's try this. I've never used cubic bezier, so let's just try once. Nope. I don't remember how to use it. I've only used like few times. So let's just try. Let's just type something like this. I actually asked like whether the code is correct, but it's not saying it if it's correct or not. So this could be a reason because cubic Bezier is not what you call. It does not add like all of stuff. It's basically like saying if I go to transition, if I type is, it would do like this different animation, or is and out like this. So it seems I've never used cubic Bezier, never needed to. I use like GSAP to do stuff. So which is why it's probably supposed to be used like this. Yep, and you could see we can actually do like some weird stuff like this. So I'm actually just going to keep it default. I like the default one. I just wanted to showcase. If we do z index to be 0, it is not going to work because there's going to be one issue if we try to do this with Elementor, and I know that. So let me just show you guys what the issue is. If I go in here and then try to do, let's say, 2 or something, it's not going to work because it's also adding it to that one. So let's try -1, and you can see it's not showing at all, and that is because of this stuff. So if I try to do something else, like right now it is working by just adding 0 to this container, but sometimes it does not. So for that, what I like to do is I add a class like this. So DM like behind content or something, and then add it via this one like this. So right now this one has 0, this one has -1, and like this after effect which is added around here has -1, and then this is 0. So it just works. I don't understand why this happens with Elementor, but we don't really need to do all that, to be honest. So let's just remove that. We can simply give our heading higher z index like this, and it should work. Any element inside of this, if we give like higher z index, then 0, I guess. Let's just type 0 just in case. You could say it would work. Just wanted to showcase some issue that could happen. Then the effect requires us to change the text color. So let's give our text color. So this one I've given DM reveal. I'll just give like DM text reveal or something. Let's type DM text reveal color white. And the reason why I'm adding color white like this instead of using this settings is because it does not work if we like keep this color around here and then try to do some stuff around here. To just show you guys if it happens, if it works or not, let me just show that if I do color blue, you could see I cannot change it at all. It could also be because it is at H2, so we need to like add H2, not here, like this, H2, and you could see it still does not work. And that is simply because we have to not add any color around here, and we have to add it via our code around here like this. So we will add H2, and you could see it does work on hover. I'll still add H2 like this. If this was anything else, if it was like p, span or div, we do not need to add H2. But if it was like H1, H3, something like this, or even p, I think you need to just type around here like H1, H2, H3, p, or anything that you want. I'll add a transition, 0.3 seconds. but obviously I want it to also be visible. So you could see even if I'm hovering on it, it changes color, but this one will only change color if I'm around here. So what we can simply do is, we know this is given like a DM reveal. So we'll simply type .dm reveal. When we hover on this, I want to do some changes to this text. Okay, so which is like this one, like this, or just let's type it again, why not? DM text reveal, which is given h2 class. I want to do something to this one, which is color blue, and you could say it works. The default color is added around here, and it's pretty easy to do, and it only works for like child elements. Okay, so right now this is the parent and this one is child, right? So this code only works for like child elements. So DM reveal, when we hover on this container, we want to do some stuff to this one, and that is make the color blue. Let's make it black on hover like this, and we can also do is translate it. Let's do transform translate. We want to move it a bit on the x-axis, so maybe like 10 pixels and then 0 pixels on y, like this. And then let's just change this to white. Let's see how it looks, and we got the same effect. Everything else is just like styling, you could see. And all we simply need to do is duplicate, 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 make sure there is no gap, and we got the same styling like this. I was thinking if it's possible to do without using any containers. So let's try it quickly. I'm just going to speed run this part, else the video would get like too big. Okay, because less container is like better speed. But let's say if you want to add, if you wanted to add some stuff inside of this one, then you will need to use like containers. So if it was like an image or something that you wanted to add, like Elementor 150, so like this, if you wanted to add some stuff, anything extra like this, you will need to use containers. But if you don't want to you see add any content like this, just text, then you would probably be able to do with like this second method. But this would allow to like be allowed to have like more configuration, or basically more settings or more customization. Yep, that's the word. I'm just going to copy this text because that would be faster to do. Let's make it be in center and make sure it's not doing like this align self. Let's give it the same stuff, like just 40. Let's do a border, one white like this, so we are able to get like the same effect. This is only possible in Elementor because the way it works is when we add a heading, it already adds like a container, which is like this pink border. You could see it is actually a container which is being added for us, and all the container settings are in here, and any element inside of this gets like controlled by this one, which is like the different stuff. Which is why you could see that even though there would be like options around here, some there will always be the same options available, like border and stuff around here. That is because this pink border is actually a container, a div basically, which adds stuff like this. So I'm going to add the HTML widget. I'm also going to like change it to something else so that we could, I guess DM ref is enough. Let's quickly do it. Okay, I don't want to waste too much of your time. .dm ref, so let's copy that. We know it is an h2, so we could do color white like this. Now obviously, because we do not know what the container name is, so right now here we had the container name, right? But this one we do not know. And the way we could do is we can go to preview changes, because Elementor adds this by default. Unless like Elementor adds an update which removes it, then only this would like stop working. So you could see this is like one container, this is the second container, and this is where we have the h2 tag. That it adds like too much stuff, which is why like it is like, which is why lots of people like hate Elementor, because it adds like 3 elements just for like adding one text. Okay, so we have given this one as DMRev. You could see one of the CSS classes around here. I'm just looking at CSS classes. Okay, it refreshed for some reason. So this one has Elementor heading title. So you could see this is like the parent, then child, and then grandchild or something. So this one, which is DMRev, we can do that on hover. So when we hover on DMRev, we want to change the color of the DM heading title. Okay, so which is like default class, which is added by Elementor based on what element you use. So rather than doing h2 like this, let's type like DMRev dot what it was, Elementor heading title. Okay, but this is a grandchild, so it might not work. Let's see. On hover, I want to do something to this one, which is like translate, transform, translate 10 pixels and 0 pixels. It does work, and it's same as, you know, the way we did this. So think of this as a div which we added DM reveal, and then inside of this there's like a heading container which has this DM reveal. It's same as that, but just in the code format, which is like, this is like the first container. Inside of this there is second one, and then the third one has the text h2 class like this. So we are doing that when we hover on this one, which is DMRev, which we added by adding it around here. We can change the default Elementor heading. I'll also do is that when we hover on DMRev, hover, we don't need to type it again. I think we can just do like color black. It does work. Do we need to do stuff like this, or we can just type like .dm Elementor heading and it would still work rather than doing h2? That way, even if you change it, it would still use that code. I'm going to add a transition 0.3 seconds. Why not 0.4? It's okay. Then this one has a background option around here. So do we want to use this one? No, right? Because we actually want to use the after method. We do not want that. So in the DMRev, we want to add it for the after class. So after, let's do content. We always have to add content. Background position absolute, left is 0, top is 0, and then we want to do a height 100%, left 100 width 100%, and it just covers it completely, which is pretty cool. Then once we have done this, we want to do is transform, scale, the same stuff that we did before, 0 pixels. Let's give it a transition of 0.4 seconds because I accidentally typed 0.4. I want it to be same. And when we hover on our DMRev, which is DM-rev after and then hover, we simply want to do is scale this to 1. We don't want to use pixels. Did I type it again wrong? It's hover and then after. Okay, so it works. Now, because we cannot like choose the element like this and then give like z index manually, all we can simply do is give the z index around here, like 1 or something, maybe 2, and then give this one like z index of 1 maybe, and it's not working. Maybe we give this like -1, and then yep, -1 works. So we might not even need to give this stuff like this, and then just change this to white, and it works same stuff with just one code. One issue that I just realized this might face is right now we can make all of this container to be clickable by going into additional settings, go into HTML and adding a link, but I don't think we can make the whole container clickable. For that we might need to use like a plugin like this wrapper link, which is like premium add-ons for Elementor. But if I let's say add something like this, it might not work. I'm pretty much sure about it. Yep, you could see I have to hover around here and it does not work. So probably if you have like a wrapper link plugin, I'm using premium add-ons for Elementor, which is like free version, and then I probably can add stuff like this and it might work for me. Let's see. It just disappeared. I think something's messing when we add stuff like this, because it wraps it in another element, something like this. I don't remember how wrapper link works, and it's not commonly used for me. That's a shame that we cannot add like a whole stuff around here. Never mind, I think we can add it. I accidentally removed this stuff rather than removing this stuff. Let's see. Okay, it works. Okay, so if you have some like wrapper plugin, you don't have to use premium add-ons, but you could use anything else. I do recommend premium add-ons because it would add like a lot more extra features that you might or may not need. I actually have like a whole explanation of this template. If you go to the video which is like how to get Elementor Pro features without having Elementor Pro, that video on my website, you would find like lots of cool features which I've showed for the premium add-ons. But yeah, that's right now you just have to like duplicate this much, do this. This is like a different style of video. I don't do like much like planning and all. I just look something cool and then try to recreate it in my like own brain like this. So yeah, pretty cool. That's all. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope it helped to do something. And you could check my Facebook group. There are templates and stuff that you could check, blog and all. And yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching. Bye 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 bye.